Namaste, my name is Rui Simra, I'm an International Meditation Master. Today I want to speak about save our soil, and this should be our most important agenda on our planet right now. In 30-40 years, the people will starve. And even much in shorter periods, we have no soil anymore for agriculture. Okay, the biggest concern today is our soil. Our soil is getting worse, and so we will ultimately die through a lack of nutrition. Our pollution is awful, okay, but we can fix it easily if we compare it to get our soil good again. Within 100 years, the nutrition of our food has dropped to 90% because of our soil. When we before had eaten 1 orange, we have to eat today 9 oranges more to get the same nutrition. Okay. And this happened through the industrialization of agriculture with artificial fertilizer and pesticides. Huge areas of wood and wetland were cleared to do agriculture. The soil is exposed directly to the sunlight and is not protected anymore through shadow. Even worse, we lose so much good soil by flooding or storm. In addition, the temperature is increasing by destroying the forest through burning or cutting. And that causes the climate change, not the CO2. The CO2 was much higher 100 years ago. Forget it. The UNO reports 1/3 of our world's soil is already degraded. 1/3. And 52% of agriculture soil is already degraded or not usable for growing plants anymore. 52% of agriculture lands. So in Germany we have the 3-year cycles, and so after 3 years then they have to plant grass or nothing that the soil can recover. And the Germans have this for I think 800 or 1,000 years or more, or 2 years, then the 3rd years the soil should recover, no? And this is law in Germany. Okay. So we have only soil for agriculture left for 45 to 60 years. Afterwards, no agriculture is possible. In Germany, yes, because we have this law. We are calling this soil extinction. In the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects have disappeared from the planet. That is real suicide. The World Economic Forum says 30% less food in the next 20 to 50 years. There will be serious food crisis on the planet. It is inevitable. When food crises come, well, whoever has the biggest guns will come and take the food. Guess, which country will this be? The chaos and the suffering that we will create for population around the world is unimaginable. Why is our soil going worse? What is sand becomes soil if you add organic content to it. In the rainforest, the organic content is over 70%. In a normal agriculture soil, the minimum organic content is 3 to 6% only. In India, 62% of the soil has below 0.5% organic content. Also India will be in the future just a desert. India is on the verge of desertification, and so also many other countries. Look on the USA. The USA has used too much herbicides, weedicides, pesticides, and water irrigation that calcifies the soil. So really, they're growing the plants for 5 or 10 years, and then it's over, and then they move to the next forest, cut the trees down, and make their agriculture. And the other soil is over for the next 10 to 20 years. They cannot do anything with this. And Germany, 3 years cycle, yeah. 2 times, 3rd times, the soil is resting. Does it make sense? Okay. The biodiversity is humus in the soil. 80 to 85% of biodiversity are in the first 30 centimeters of the top soil. When we plow with machines like tractor plow to a depth of 20 to 30 centimeters and leave the soil open, we are destroying the biodiversity completely. Without humus, the soil becomes dead. The climate change happens through destroying the tropical forest. No tropical forest means no shadow. The temperature went up. Does it make sense? The land is getting hot, then plowed or paved, so that the vegetation is over. We can and must reverse it. Land has to go under vegetation, whatever kind. Natural grasses, bushes, trees. Because that serves the ecological activity. Soil is the largest water soak and carbon sink. So the Germans, for instance, had cut the big forest, and then there was flooding everywhere. And then in the next 10, 20 years, they could understand that the forest is essential for a healthy agriculture. And so we have done it again. East Germany made the opposite, and you see the farmland is over. The same thing, squeezing out everything out of the soil instead of the old tradition, 3 years plant cycles. And not cutting every tree, what they have done in East Germany to get more food or more plants grown. That is not possible. In Germany we have done the opposite, more trees. So then 90 to 100 centimeters of topsoil on an average around the planet is the basis of 87% of life on this planet. Okay. To keep the biodiversity alive is the most important thing that we need to do right now. Unless we start now, we have no future anymore. And the Green Party started in Switzerland and Germany and so on. And we have said this again and again and again. And now you see what the big countries are doing. Greedy, 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 destroying our whole planet. That is suicide. Not only wars, also this they make wrong. Thank you that I could speak about this.